Hi everyone. So this is Everything IT. Have a website and a Facebook page and some other social media pages, but I decided I finally wanted to build up my YouTube channel. So this is going to be my first video, and so I wanted to today show you how to do some things with the Windows Start menu, Windows 10. So a lot of people have Windows 10. I help a lot of clients, and I get there and I find out that it's kind of hard to work with their systems because they haven't customized it at all, and so I think maybe people just don't know how, so I wanted to provide this little help video. So that being said, we'll just move on. It should be fairly short. So this is my Windows 10 Start menu. It's pretty organized. I have all my programs here that are installed on my system. On the top left, right, I have all the Windows 10 apps. Those are things that run just on Windows 10 from the Windows 10 store. And then moving down, I have stuff for my file system that I access frequently. Some of it's the basic normal regular stuff like documents, downloads, pictures, videos, music, and then I've added personal folders that I access a lot. So I'm a web designer, so I have a websites folder that holds all the websites that I've designed and maintained. I have an additional pictures folder that has images for stuff that I work with. I have an additional downloads folder for the stuff that I work with, that's downloads related to websites and software and stuff like that. And then this PC is an icon that everybody has on their system. They maybe just haven't put it on their desktop yet, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This gives you the basic root access, where you'll see all your hard drives listed, all your optical drives, if you have flash drives plugged in or whatever, all your devices will be here in addition to your personal folders for your personal account. So that's what this PC is. It replaces the My Computer on previous versions of Windows. And then I have some additional drives that I have mapped here, and some additional folders. And then I have specific website folders for the website, some of the websites that I maintain currently, the most active ones. I've built folders for them, put personal icons on them so I can catch them right away. And then I have other business folders down there. At the end of the programs, I have specific tools for programming here that I use, and then I have all my Adobes grouped together, and I have all Windows utilities here. This is things like device manager, services, computer management, control panel is probably something that people look for a lot and maybe don't know where to find. We'll cover that one. And let me see what else is on here. Application compatibility, defragment hard drives, Windows assessment services, performance monitor, event viewer, if something happens on your computer and you want to see what the event was that caused it, print manager, command prompt, devices. Shows all the stuff that's on your computer that's plugged into it. PowerShell, run command, settings, a couple of extra ones that I've installed to test hard drives because I have a lot of them installed. Task manager, services for network file system, local security policy. So the various versions of Windows 10, Windows 10 Home Pro. This is Windows 10 Enterprise version, so it might look a little different. So I think that's all of this stuff. Just an image manager. Okay, so basically how I got this set up like this was in the beginning, as I installed my programs, I added them here. So the way that you do that is you find the apps over here on the left, and I'll show you how. There's two ways to find them. Once, if you're installing them, if you want to add them as you're installing them, they'll show up here under recently added. So like if you just installed a program, right after you install it, it will show up here. If you want to add it right at that time, you can. You just right click it and click Pin to Start, and it will show up down here at the bottom. Now you can have your Windows Start menu icons in different sizes. So if you right click an icon and you click on resize, you can have it small or medium. I like mine small because I like to fit a lot on my screen. And then you can drag them up to wherever you want to put them. There's also another couple more sizes for some of them, not all of them. So let me find one that's a Windows 10, or like Mail, for example. This one has 4 sizes that you can make it to. The biggest size is like this, and some of them are animated. It just depends on the tile or not. You can turn off the live tile if you don't want to. If you get tired of looking at the animation, you can make it just, you know, be still. Wide is the one where it looks like a rectangle. Medium is the smaller square. And then, yeah, you see how that one was animated? It turned here. And then small is how I had it. So once you get them in groups, you get this little button right here. It shows up when you mouse over it. So above each group, you'll see these little 2 lines. You can click on them, and you can name your group. You can select it, delete it, type whatever you want to type in there, and you can name your group. And then what you can do, if you Control Z, sorry about that. One more time. I can't type. I'm old too, so you got to cut me some slack there, cut me a break. After you have named your group and you have a bunch of icons in a group, you can move the whole thing, the group as a whole. You can click this and you can drag the whole thing and you can regroup them. So if I put it down here, they all move down there. So that's another thing that you can do. I like it up here. I try to make them so they end at the same spot on my screen, because I don't like one side, you know, way down there and the other one's way up at the top. But I'm kind of a little OCD, you know, so I like to organize everything. So that's just me. A lot of people don't care. And then I have this little tiny row down here that's icons that are pertain to my Asus motherboard, because I have a custom built machine, which I can do for anybody, by the way. If you want a custom gaming machine built, I build nice machines, brand new hardware. Also, you see all these icons over here on the left. This is a thing that I see people missing a lot, and it comes in handy. The way that you get that is you go to Settings, wherever it is on your computer, you find the settings. If you can't find it, you can just type it in a search box and search for settings. And when you click settings, if you go to personalization and click start, this will give you all the settings for the start menu. And down here there's a link that says choose which folders to appear on the start menu. If you click that, you get all these folders that used to be standard on your old, you know, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows XP or whatever, you know. So there's File Explorer, which is basically, you know, my computer just gives you the root of your drives, of your main operating system drive. It gives you the root path there, whatever's the bottom of your operating system drive, and then there's settings, and then under that you have your main user folders, your documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos. So if you turn those on, you get them here on the left. And there's also a setting that determines how big your start menu is. So if I go back here, I can turn the start menu on full screen, and then it looks like this. It covers the whole screen. And there's another one. So if you don't have your most used apps, there's that one, and the recently added apps, you can turn those on there too. Show recently opened items in jump lists on the start menu or the taskbar. There was another one that said make your start menu bigger. I don't see it here, maybe because I already turned it on. Maybe because it's this version of Windows, it's different. But if you have Windows Home or Windows Pro, I think there's another link that says make my start menu bigger, and so then you get this thing on the left. It comes out a little bit farther, and you get two columns here. But if it's not bigger, what you get is you get these icons here without the words, and then you get a little arrow that you can use that pops this little sidebar out to full width and puts the words on there. But if not, it might be like about a half an inch wide like this, and maybe just show just your icons. So if you want to make it show the words and everything, you have to go into start menu and click make my start menu bigger. So there's a couple more settings here. You may wondering where did the lock my screen feature go that used to be on Windows 7. It's up here under the user thing. You have to right click the username, and you can click lock. You can sign out of your user account but not shut down Windows, and you can change your personal account settings, which I don't really want to reveal right now, so I'll just leave that as is. So some things have an arrow, and they have more features. If you want to right click on some of these things, you can map the network drive. You can set properties for each of a folder. So like if you wanted to share something, let me see, that didn't pull up what I thought it was going to pull up. This is the system screen. That shows, you know, the processor that's in your computer, how much memory you have. Operating system, 64-bit, 32-bit. Your system protection, whether you have system restore turned on for your drive, which you should have, and with enough space to store enough restore points that if something happens, you can roll it back. That's in system settings, by the way, under advanced system settings, or no, system protection, my bad. It's also where you go if you need to create a restore point. It's kind of loud, huh? Sorry about that. I should have turned off my notifications before I started this video. Anyway, so that's about done. So once you've done that, so like I put, so in other words, you can add all your apps to your start menu, all your programs. I put them all on the start menu because I prefer not to have any icons about programs at all on my desktop. They're all on my start menu. It's much easier to just click one place and have them all there. So if you click the All Apps button down here, you get an alphabetical listing of everything that's installed on your computer. And you can just click inside the folders, and you can right click and click Pin to Start, and it'll show up on the start menu. Anything you want to remove, you click Unpin. You can do it from that side, or you can click right click any one of these and click Unpin from Start, and it will be removed. So Pin to add, Unpin to remove. And that way you don't need to pin anything to your taskbar. You can have the whole thing reserved to show what's running on your computer. You don't have to have stuff pinned there for quick access. You don't need a quick access toolbar. You don't need any of that, because with Windows 10 you can put every single thing that you use, everything, you can put it all on the start menu, and you can make it very accessible, and it's very customizable. Another thing that you can do is you can add your own folders. I said I would show you how I did these. So what you do is you go to a folder that you want to add. So let me find one. Let me go back. Here. So for example, if I wanted to add this folder right here to my start menu, I could right click it, and I could go down here and go Pin to Start. But I can also send it to my desktop and as a shortcut. And once you have a shortcut on your desktop, what you can do is you can change the icon for it. You can click Properties, and you can click Customize, and you can choose what file picture to show, what icon picture you want to show on the folder on your icon, and you can change that. And then once you change that, then pin it to your start menu. And then what you end up with is you end up with something with a unique picture on it like this. So these are actual folders that I've actually set up like that. Okay, so that's how you do that. So with all that, I think I'm gonna end this video right there. I promise to keep it short. So if you have any questions, you know, post them below, or come to the website and post them, or there's a chat on the website. You can email me. You can leave me a voicemail on my website. I'm very accessible to answer any questions. So thank you very much.